Tim's crew, what's poppin', everybody? What's going on, y'all? Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Y'all, I had to come to y'all. I kind of don't like coming to y'all with really heavy news on a Sunday, but this is really the message that I want to get out here is very important. And for my Tim's crew out in Atlanta, and also for the ones that are dealing with domestic violence, both men and women, this is a trigger warning. This video is going to be a bit of a heavy one, and I just wanted to give you guys a heads up, a PSA of what's going on out here in the world. And, what I'm saying? And again, our thoughts and prayers go out to those that are, that are going through domestic violence situations. And this situation that I'm about to talk to you guys about right now, y'all, please be careful about applying to employment positions online, because there's a news story now circulating. I'm not sure if you guys have heard, but Indeed, the employment app, they posted a job opening or job posting, and several people applied to this position in the Atlanta, Georgia area, and now 17 people are missing. 17 people have gone missing after replying to this, job posting, advertising for, a position on the Indeed app. Now, what has happened is, the applicants apply via online, and a link was emailed to them with the location, to us schedule an interview, if you will. And the unsuspecting applicants went to this interview to never return. And now 17 people have been declared missing. It's a wild story, y'all. It's a wild story. But let's get into it. And shout out to True Crime with Bella. And y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to her on Instagram, y'all. Check this out.
There is an update on the missing people after going to a job interview that was posted on Indeed, or should I say a job application being put in from a hiring manager that posted the job on Indeed. Now, there are a total of 17 missing people after, going to the same exact job interview. This is so disturbing. This happened in Atlanta, Georgia. All these people tend to be women or girls, young girls, teenagers, young women between the ages of 20, in their 20s, 27, 35. These are the names of everyone. Everyone's saying that this isn't real. This is real, y'all. Please be careful. Like I said, there are scams out there to, risk, your identity being stolen or anything like that. Just make sure that you're putting an application in with a legitimate company. Like I said, the 17 people that are missing are actually missing people. This isn't made up. And I'm not 100% sure what job this was for. It just was a listing or a posting, and it led to a virtual interview, or not a virtual interview, a link being sent to go to an interview. And the name of this person, the identity of the person that the job was linked back to would, get deleted and then put back up later. Like I said, when you do apply for a place, please make sure that you're not putting in your personal information or details, or going up to an address that is not real, or address that seems like it's sketchy.
And again, this is wild. This is wild. So everyone, please be careful when applying for positions online. They can be very deceiving. They can be very they can target a certain group, which in this case it seems to be they've targeted a young group of African American women. Let's please just take heed when applying for positions online. If they send you links to addresses for interviews, Google them. Ride by before you go into these places alone or by yourself. Ride by them. Scope them out. If the place looks suspect or the place doesn't look up to par, don't go in. If you find yourself going into the place and there's no one there, or there's only one person there and it looks sketchy and dark, or just anything, if it just at least have your spidey senses on, to try to just to have your keep up your discernment a bit, you know what I mean. And again, my heart and thoughts and prayers go out to those that are missing, and we pray for their safe return. But this is given serial unaliver, or some type of trafficking, of human society. It's given. This is one big ring or connection of some sort, and I'm not sure which one it is. And I'm hoping that the police and the FBI are investigating this matter in the Atlanta area. And what I'm trying to do is bring awareness to the situation, because this is crazy. When I heard about it, I was like, but a lot of us, we get these things in the emails, scams, and for our utility companies or credit cards, or, wanting our addresses, or wanting us to put in our social security numbers. Even the IRS, they've been warning, this is tax season. The IRS has been warning us about, scam artists that are trying to get your social security number and, get your information and things like that to run scams and do a whole bunch of scam work. But it's one thing to have your identity stolen, even though that's horrible in and of itself. It's one thing to have, your bank accounts emptied and things like that through scam activity. But it's another thing to lose your life behind some scam activity. And these 17 people are missing. And that has to be very scary. It has to be very horrific for their families. So that's why, I just say, I think, it's very important that I help bring this message out and bring awareness to it, because this needs to go viral. This really needs to go viral. And, again, like I said, y'all, share it out. Replay crew, hit the like button, share this information out, and let people know what's going on, and let your loved ones know, especially 110's crew. If you have, family or friends, or if you live in the Atlanta area, if you're looking for work and employment, please vet these sites. Please vet these sites. And if anything is, again, opt for a virtual, if you can, opt for a virtual interview if you can. But if you're Googling these addresses and, it's not like a job fair at a hotel or an arena, or, like a big building, a big company, reputable location, don't go into these locations by yourself. Don't even chance it, So that's very unfortunate. And again, trigger warning, because the next story I'm about to cover is another doozy. Which unfortunately happened to a young lady, the girlfriend of a football player that was actually playing college football. He was playing for Kansas City. Hold on one second, let me pull it up. Quaydarius Davis. Give me one second, y'all. Let me pull this up real quick, and let me share my screen. Yeah, make sure y'all smashing that like button, and I appreciate y'all. Let me pull this up for y'all real quick. Let me pull this up for y'all. Okay, y'all, give me 1 second. Let me share my screen. Let me pull this down real quick. And again, this is fair use. Give me 1 second. Oh, it didn't share. Okay. Oh, I didn't share the right screen. Okay, guys. All right, here we go. We're sharing the screen right here. Oh, I have to add it to the stage. Okay, here we go. Sorry, y'all. They changed StreamYard a little bit, so I had to share it a bit. Alrighty, so let's get into this story right here, y'all. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Y'all.
You want her out? Okay. You want her small property? Okay, you want her band? Okay. You gotta come outside with me, okay? Yeah, they want you to leave the property. You okay? You alright? Your eyes are a little droopy. My eyes are fine. Right now, okay?
Yeah. So this animal, I don't know what else to call him. I don't know what else to call him. This animal choked this young lady out. Not only until she lost consciousness temporarily, but peed on herself as well. Manhandled her and then left her on the ground. I don't know if that was a cell phone he picked up and went up the stairs, but thank God for security and ring camera footage. Because this was so horrific to watch. And this is so unfortunate that this young lady had to go through this situation. Now I want to read the Instagram post that she posted regarding this incident. Because she has since posted, she made a post regarding this incident. And again, like I said, my heart and my thoughts and prayers go out to her. Because I can't even imagine. I cannot imagine almost being choked out, to unalivement, and then you left me on the ground, all because she wanted to break up with him. And we see why. So let me read y'all her post. And again, her name is Jayana Monet on Instagram. And let me pull up her post real quick. This is so unfortunate. And again, 22 years old. He has since then he's lost his he's lost his scholarship, he's lost his appointment, at the university playing football for them, which he needs to. He's no longer eligible for the NFL draft, which he needs to be. And he is now in police custody. But I'm gonna need, again, like I said, I'm gonna need for those charges to be increased. I'm gonna need for those charges to be increased because burglary and domestic battery, nah, that was an unalivement. That was an attempted unalivement. At least in my opinion. Okay, so Quaydarius Davis, a highly rated football recruit, has been released from the University of Kansas football program following allegations of misconduct. So he's actually been released from the football program, which means he's not in the school anymore. He's not playing ball for them anymore. This is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Give me one moment. I want to pull up her actual post, y'all, because I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe what I saw, and it's really, really crazy and unfortunate. And let me read her post. Okay. She writes, domestic violence is never okay. This man choked me until I passed out and peed on myself. He kicked my door down, punched me numerous times, all because I didn't want to be with him anymore. Quaydarius Davis, a Southern University college kid who was entering the draft this year, he lied to me about his case with his baby mother. Now listen closely. He lied to me about his case with his baby mother and said she lied about him hitting her and later admitted that he did hit her and put her in the hospital. So she's already, she asked these things about a red flag with the mother of his child, and he said he didn't put hands on her when in fact he did. So not only is he dishonest, but he's violent. So I definitely understand why she doesn't want to be with somebody like that. But you let the person go. How dare you put hands on her? And then to the point where you're almost trying to unalive her and choke her from behind and choke her to the point of unconsciousness. Thank God she got up and got away from him. He probably walked away from her because she was slumped on the floor. So he probably thought, I don't even know what he was thinking. Because I don't know, with this day and age, with all this technology and these ring cameras and security cameras, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't even think he cared. He clearly has a history and a pattern of it. So apparently he doesn't care. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting. And but again, like I said, fortunately, he's in police custody right now. Let me just see, was there anything else I wanted to relate to you guys regarding an update on that situation? Southern University said Davis was dismissed from the team in October 2024 due to breaking team rules and was unaffiliated with the athletics program. Davis announced on social media last Friday that he was entering the transfer portal as a graduate transfer with 1 year of eligibility left. He doesn't need to be playing anybody's football at all. Davis, a former four-star prospect, according to 247 Sports, faced previous accusations of domestic violence in 2021 that led to Kansas University terminating its recruitment of Davis after he committed to play for them, according to the Dallas Morning News. He played for Jackson State University, Texas Southern University, and Southern during his college career. Now this is now it just seems like he's not really learning a lesson. Once any charges or allegations, come upon him, he just switches schools. He's not even being taught a lesson or any repercussions have come to him. That's helping aid in this behavior and this pattern that he has going on. He needs counseling. He absolutely needs jail time. He broke physical. He put hands on that young lady. He can get all that in a facility, monitored by correctional officers. Because that right there is disgusting. That is so traumatic for that young lady. You put her through the same situation you put your child's mother through. That's so disgusting. And I would hate for this situation to escalate and get to a point where he seriously harms someone and they don't come back from it. And that's why this needs to be nipped in the bud right now before it gets to that level. And a family is really, really traumatized and tormented by his behavior. He needs help. He needs jail time, but needs help. And again, he can get both of those behind bars. Disgusting. But y'all, again, like I said, I just wanted to bring that to you all. And again, trigger warning, my apologies. And again, our thoughts and prayers. Yeah, throw some prayer hands in the chat, throw some hearts in the chat for those that are going through domestic violence, that have gone through domestic violence and have survived. Prayers are for those that have loved ones that have not survived domestic violence, because everybody doesn't have a success story. Everybody doesn't make it. and men and women included. It can be, the situation can be in reverse. Women can be abusive to physically abusive to men as well. So it doesn't domestic violence doesn't discriminate. It's not gender it's not gender biased. But again, I wanted to express to you all, if you want to give you a resource out here, if you are if you know someone that's going through domestic violence, or if you yourself are going through it, there's a hotline you can call, 1-800-799-SAFE, or the hotline.org. Okay, and also another resource. If you are a survivor of domestic violence, and it can become overwhelming or re-triggering to think about the events and things like that you've gone through. Sometimes things do get overwhelming in general in life, or if you're the son or daughter or the loved one of someone that lost their lives due to domestic violence, and the thoughts are getting overwhelming, please contact the self unalignment prevention hotline, which is 1-800-273-TALK. Okay, and you definitely can Google resources in your states and in your areas for that as well. And again, like I said, thoughts and prayers go out to everyone that has been through this type situation, because this is not easy and it's very hard to report on. I've never been through it, but I can only imagine someone having gone through that. The only thing I can do is imagine, and it's just so unfortunate, and it's so sad that people can't control their anger and can't control themselves to not put hands on people and not hurt the ones that they claim that they love. But 110 Crew, I appreciate y'all, and I thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Again, y'all throw some 100 signs in the chat, throw some prayer hands in the chat, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. All right, y'all. Replay Crew, make sure you smash that like button, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out, y'all.